Peace, it's Nile Waves, and today I'm going to be breaking down a composition from my newest pack, Miami. Now this pack contains compositions, Analog Lab 5 presets, phrases, and more. Make sure you check it out, link in the description. Enjoy the video.
All right, this video is finna be full of gems. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on what I call the foundation of the melody. So this would be like lesson 0. It's very simple. As you can see, we're doing this with Nostalgia Synth Key from Analog Waves Volume 1. This is my Analog Labs 5 kit. It's dropping very soon. By the time you watch this, it might be out. If it is out, link is in the description. As you can see, it's a very simple melody, right? Doon, 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 doon. It just keeps repeating. And that's one of the things about melodies is that you want them to be simple in some areas so that you just have something that people can just latch onto and listen to. Now, with that, we also have a bass line. So that bass line there is what gives this melody life in a way. Without that bass line, we don't really know what direction the melody is going. So just by switching up that bass line, right, we could switch it up to this. It gives it a different feel. If we change the bass line to this right here. Gives it a different feel. So that bass line is very important. That bass line and then your first main melody, whatever it is, those are going to be like the foundations of the melody. But now we want to get what I call our motif. A motif is like a repeating pattern that you may hear all throughout the melody. And it may be like the main thing that people remember from your melody. That's that one melody sound that it just plays throughout the whole thing. Everybody knows it. Everybody can hear it. As you can see, I'm keeping it very simple. I only got 1, 2, 3 melody sounds on here. The reason for that is because we want there to be space for the drums, and then we want there to be space for the artist. So a lot of times people overdo melodies. They put way too many layers. They're too loud. You know, you can't really hear what's going on. There's no space for the artist to really get in there. There's no space for even the drummer to really do their thing. What we have to do is we have to allow there to be space. As you can see, is dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So there's space in there. This dun, 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 that just keeps going because that's creating the background ambiance. So be mindful of the space. The next part that I want to talk about is making use of phrases. So what are phrases? Phrases, they're small melodic patterns that you can place within your melody, change the key to fit your melody, and see if it works within the composition that you created. Now, the reason why phrases are so OP is because they add just like another layer of just interest to your music. This one wave creator phrase we have right here, CEO baby, let's see how it sounds within the context of this. I would definitely say to make use of phrases. Want some phrases? Yeah. I gotta plug my phrases, man. Those is coming very soon with what? Analog kit. Yes, they come with it. And I also have a proto brain coming with that. This analog kit gonna be fire. You may already have it because it may be out by the time you watch this. So switch ups. So obviously you heard a little bit right here when it switched from here to here. One of the things that's important too is because I have this elongated bass pattern. One of the things that I do is I switch up right here. So listen. I go. So that's another thing we need to talk about too. Not just the switch up, but the fact that we have a call and response here. So let's listen to what the call and response sounds like. Call and response is a popular music technique, something that you can employ in your melodies. So you hear that dun, 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 dun. It's like they're talking to each other. One plays dun, 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 dun. Right? They're talking to each other, and it creates like an interesting dynamic. If you can employ some call and response in your melodies, it might make it sound more interesting, might make it sound more fire. While talking about switch ups, we can talk about how to manipulate our samples. So when I have this, but then I take it, I pitch it up, and then I put some effects on it. Let's see if I still have the effects saved. Let's see what this sounds like. We got a portal, we got vintage verb, and we got some EQ. And after putting those effects on it, we get something that sounds like this. And listen to how that sounds with the other melody we have, because it definitely gives it a different dynamic. It's like it's playing along with that music, you know? It's really fire. And obviously you gotta play around with effects. I mean, what's key is sound selection, obviously. But on all these melodies, all I really got is some Valhalla vintage verb and some portal on them. Because when you have some high quality sound, you're able to create some fire without needing to do too much with effects. But obviously effects can go a long way as far as making something sound fire. This was just a short video, little sample breakdown, certain things that you can do in order to make your melody sound fire. Peace.